infectious doubt, desperate followers, and plagiarism? We're getting into it next.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome everybody to the after show for Messiah on Netflix. We are covering season 1, episode 5, So That Seeing They May Not See. These last 2 episodes, you guys, are too much. We're talking Jibril's faith, because that was a big head hitter this time. Oscar Wallace theory, and of course, Dilly, Texas is on the map.
Finally.
It's here. Nobody knew about it. I didn't know about it. And now everybody and their mom knows about it. So we are also diving into our special segment, WWhy Edie, and of course, our news and gossip. So good. But first, my name is Tatiana Mariesa, and of course, I am joined by my lovely co-host. Oh, we got an applause.
That's so nice.
Who knows all things Masai. You have been in it to win it from the beginning.
Yes, I'm invested.
You are.
I'm invested.
You are an expert now on this.
Yes. Ebone Chatman, so.
Get it. That's good. Awesome. Okay, so diving into it, what were your overall thoughts of this last one? Because our last episode was, of course, the big trial, and you all know we had a lot to say about that. So coming down from that high,
right, definitely coming down from the high.
What do you think?
I am kind of like, I think this episode was like a big setup, meaning like setting up for episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on, but like nothing really like nothing crazy like big happened. So yeah. I think they were just setting up for episode 6. So I'm really excited to see what goes down.
Me too. Me too. I think there were some really good things that happened and some very good character development in this one.
Yes,
so,
character development for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into it. So Jibril's faith is what I want to talk about first, because he is pretty much left by everybody.
Oh my gosh, that was so sad.
It was really sad.
And he just like woke up and everybody was gone, even his best friend.
Yes, because he's been
bye.
being sustained by his best friend. Right. Like being read to, oh my gosh, and like being dragged to prayer and all that. It's crazy. And the rest of the group is leaving because somebody actually died.
Right.
They're in the middle of prayer, keeled over, dead. And everybody's like,
we're out.
It.
Peace out. We got to go back.
He left us. What are we doing here? People are dying. They haven't eaten or drank in days. Well, I mean, they do have people giving them stuff, but it's not enough to sustain anybody, you know, especially in the desert. I mean, they're sleeping there and there's kids there. Forget it.
Right.
Forget it.
Yeah. No, you need to go back.
So I think this speaks a huge testament to his faith, because he is like, I'm staying. I don't care what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, actually gets in a fight with his friend.
Right. He did. He kind of got a little emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, he is Gabriel, right?
Right. Yeah. Still wait for that to break through, honestly.
Right. Me too.
I know something. Jibril is going to be a huge character, and I just am waiting for his breakout moment. I'm waiting for it because it's going to happen. So I think it's really sad, but it shows that everybody is losing. They're having so much doubt now, so much so that they gave up everything. They gave up everything to follow him.
Right.
Al-Masih, and now they're giving up everything to go back, and hopefully will be welcomed with open arms. That's what the old dude said. I don't know if they will be welcomed with open arms. What do you think? I mean, they just left their whole family, everything.
But I feel like when you miss someone, it's been, I don't even know how many days, weeks, months they've been out there. So it's like, yeah. I mean, you're happy, probably excited to see that they're still alive when they come back.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure. But like culturally, I mean, because they were saying that Al-Masih was misquoting Muhammad, and, you know, he could have been part of the prophecy, but people were like, but he's doing so many things wrong. And so for people to just stop everything and go, forget it, I'm going to follow him.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I definitely think in the Middle East, their culture is very like black or white. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you betrayed us, you turned your back on us. So yeah, that there could be a little tension there too. Yeah. Going back. I mean, you go back, you die, you stay, you die. I don't know. Like, it could be right.
We'll see. We'll see. I do want to say that Jibril, I feel like, is he's a very authentic character. Like, he's very genuine and innocent.
Innocent.
Super.
Yes. Right? I love that word.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he is.
And that makes me think that Al-Masih is not.
Why?
Because I feel like I don't believe that there could be two deeply genuine people in the
Dang,
same show.
Tatiana.
Is that like, is that,
Skeptic over here,
Yeah.
this one.
I am your house skeptic. Welcome. My name is Tatiana. I'll be here all week. But it does. It makes me think that because he is, and it seems like Al-Masih is so is not as innocent, which makes me think, you know, I feel like they're not on the same playing field, and because of that, it would make me want to trust Jibril even more than Al-Masih in this situation.
Interesting outlook. I mean, I really think that, again, with just going on the bigger picture idea, that there could be someone. I mean, there could be someone that. The thing is, Jibril's young.
So yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so the thing is, like, when you're young, you don't have all those extra distractions and extra.
He's leading with his heart,
Right.
you know.
Which is what you do, like, when you're young and don't have anything that's, like, fear. Like, he doesn't have that fear.
Right.
You know, he's all trusting, feels like he's all knowing. He finds comfort. So, again, he is an orphan. He doesn't have a mom. So, I feel like at this point, where he's at in his journey, that he is just kind of like latching on to an idea of something that looks and feels good right now.
Right. Like what is most familiar to him, what you're saying.
Right. I mean,
Because his mom quoted the
right.
the
And was
Quran
kind
all
of
the
like,
time.
that's not the path that God has for you.
Right.
Right. So I feel like he has that in his head. He's trying to stay on that like straight and narrow path, kind of like stay true to what his mom told him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what his future holds or what, you know, the thing is. So I feel like that's probably why he's holding on to Messiah.
Yeah.
To Al-Masih's like every last word.
Yeah. And why he's staying in the desert
By himself. Because that wouldn't be me.
hurt as a mother because
Yeah.
he is
Hungry.
He was beaten and
And
hungry
beaten. And he needs to get to the hospital.
He
and
does.
he is not.
It's not gonna go.
Not at all.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm rooting for you, Jibril. Okay. Also, Oscar Wallace. We have the Oscar Wallace theory. Will Mathers actually comes in and comes clean to Ava that he like recorded their entire conversation.
Right.
Which is very smart of him, and I can't even hold it against him because he's like, "Yeah, it's part of my job." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, okay." But he does bring attention to the fact that Al-Masih was quoting from Oscar Wallace's book, which is the whole what he was saying. Shoot, I had the quote in here, but he was basically saying like people worship all different types of things, whether it be like money or religion or whatever. So if somebody comes in and upsets that and makes everybody question, and everybody's confused, there's no
trying
stability.
to just create that chaos moment. Yeah.
So basically, in that conversation, when Ava and Al-Masih were talking to each other, he was quoting that book. And nobody knew it except for, Will Mathers comes in and says, "Just so you know, I want you to know that these are not his thoughts." Straight up plagiarism.
Well, I mean, true. I kind of was shocked by that too, because then at that point I kind of was like, okay, this is just really feeding into the idea that Ava's going to be like, yes, you're right. Like, he is a fake, you know? Like, I was like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
It is. It is because it you know, Oscar Wallace said in this, he said that like, you know, confusion is the best way to like rule.
Right.
You could call him the Joker in this one. It's okay. Like they have the same concept, but everybody's confused, and that's exactly what he's doing. Everybody is questioning what they believe, what is right and wrong, what's prophecy and what's not prophecy. So he's doing exactly what the book said. I mean, it's important to call that into question.
Definitely. I want to see where that goes.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to use that? Like, don't just bring it up and then just, like, let it go. Like, I hope that they bring that back around town, because
I bet you they will. Like, I bet you it could be used as, like, a force to drive.
But again, like I told you, I think that he is so sneaky. So I feel like he might be using that. Like, he recorded it to use it for some other reason. Like, I don't know. It
could be.
Yeah.
I would be just as curious. I would record it, too, because I would want to hear what they were talking about.
Right. I mean, it's not like in America where you have like that double window thing where you can hear.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like it was either recorded or you just don't hear it at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. That's on my team. 1 point for me in the skeptic, wondering if he was Al-Masih or not.
True. I'll let you have that. You definitely won that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the next topic, can you tell us more about AfterBuzz TV, this lovely place that we get to talk about?
Yes, of course.
After
We
shows.
do so many after shows here, the dramas, the reality shows, anything and everything that is on TV. We watch it and review it for you. We are the ESPN of TV talk, so continue to like, subscribe, support, comment. We want to continue to do this, and so we cannot do that without your lovely support, so go ahead and continue to do that for us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ebone. Oh, that was so good.
Like a ray of sunshine just came out.
It is. Moving on, Dilly, Texas is on the map. So here we go.
People are literally coming from all over the world
to
right, camping out, singing. You listen. I thought it was so funny when like the CNN reporter Ruben, he's like the videographer, right? And he's talking to the reporter, and he's like, "This is like the Coachella. It's like Coachella went to church."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, was that a little dig at Kanye? Like, what was that?
No.
What was that?"
I mean, maybe.
What
Nowadays,
was that? Right. You never know. But I was like, that is so funny because, I mean, people are singing, people are camping out, people are staying there for long periods of time.
All different kinds of people.
Right.
Like from all walks of life. You even saw a Buddhist sitting on a couch, like waiting for Al-Masih to come out. So it's everybody was there. But
the girl from this mom drove all the way from Denver, Colorado, to Texas to have whose daughter has cancer, right? And so she drove all that way just to put her eyes on him, to have him do something, heal. I think she wants him to heal her daughter.
I think she wants it because that interview that she was in at the end, you know, she was basically saying like their insurance ran out and they weren't going to cover her daughter's medical bills anymore. And so her husband had to take a second job. And so now they don't really see him anymore because he's working so much to pay for everything.
Right.
And she's like, so it's basically just me and her. And if I lose her, then
I have nothing.
Yeah. And so, you know,
she's desperate.
You know, I totally, she's desperate. She's like anything. But the fact when she went there and she was like, can I just see him? Because nobody's going in his tent. Forbidden. Nobody's going in his tent. And she's like, I need to see him. And Felix was like, I'll put you on the list.
On the list.
Like people already had a list going.
But isn't that weird? I feel like it started to become like an amusement park or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we have you on the list. Get in the waiting line. Take your number.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't feel like that's not how I would want to receive.
No, that's not how,
Right?
But although at the same time, I feel like this is extremely correct in, I think, what would happen now.
I think what would happen even more so now is that it would be like money. Give me money.
Like, I mean, I'm going to charge you to come in.
Yes, you want to get a miracle. You want to get healed. Okay, I need money.
Buy this tape.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
buy this tape with this preaching and for $12.99 for 9 months.
I mean,
not
that
you can come and see you.
Not that God would ever allow that, right? We don't do selling in the church. We don't do.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like if it was like modern day, like that's literally that's what would happen.
Yeah, totally.
We're all money hungry.
I believe it.
You're right.
If something would be exploited at some point in time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even if it wasn't directly like at the site where he is, it'd be somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah. But all these people are coming for an answer when in fact Al-Masih has no plan. Nothing.
Which I find very interesting too.
Totally interesting. I feel like this episode was extremely revealing to some of Al-Masih's character.
Right.
Because we've just seen him preach and heal and like do all these amazing things, and now he's just
there. Right. Which is like really weird.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
So he has no answer, and now we have the metaphor of the bird.
Right.
That he was telling Felix.
I was like, okay, so what is this comparison to drinking the water and the bird? Like, what could that mean?
I feel like it meant like people do things instinctually and they don't know why, right? Like the bird comes and was drinking from what was left over from the frost.
Right.
Because that's all that there was.
Right.
I feel like maybe the same thing is going on with the people that are there.
Well, he said, go do what the bird did.
Like, follow your instincts.
But what are the instincts? I don't think he has any. He's just lost. Like, you know, and
but that's the point.
And he asked him, he said, why did you bring me here?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I don't know. I just did it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just did it.
Because he had a feeling.
Right.
He had a feeling. But I think that's what he's saying is like, you're lost and you're searching for something when in fact the answer is in you all the time. I think that's what he's saying by not saying it, you know?
True. Can I be a little, like, skeptic too right now?
I welcome skepticism.
Listen, when that whole thing, like, he, you know, dropped him or, like, picked him up from the court and then brought him to the church, which, you know, already had this, like, famous type situation going on with it, I almost was like, Felix, did you do this for your own gain? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you bring him here so that you could kind of low-key exploit him? Like, maybe not intentionally, but, like, you knew if you brought him, it wasn't like, let me protect you, let me put you in a basement or something, or let me put you, maybe not in the basement, but let me put you somewhere where nobody's going to see you, right? It was like, come back to my place where there's already people there because their homes got destroyed already, right? And let me put you in a tent. So I was like, I don't know.
Well, if you think about it, I hear you. and my thought went there as well. But if you think about it, before he even left to go get him, his church was already blowing up. Like, people were already coming because the miracle man was there, right? So even if he didn't bring him back, his church is now a landmark because that happened there. So I feel like people would have been there anyway because they already were coming before Al-Masih was even there.
Right.
You know, now that he's here, I feel like because when he picked him up, the grin that he had on his face in the car was like, I'm doing something good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being a good person. Like, I'm helping the Messiah. You know, like, it gave him a lot of confidence, which is what he didn't have before. He didn't have confidence in front of his wife. He didn't have confidence in front of his daughter because everything was failing. Now everything's blowing up and he's doing good and he's taking charge, you know, and I feel like this is him trying to take charge. And now he's like the only person that can go in the tent and talk to Al-Masih. So he's kind of now up here as reverend. Like, he starts to preach, you know?
Right, which he hadn't done in a while.
Which he hasn't done in a while. And if he did, it was in front of like 4 people. Now he has like an entire host of people that he can preach in front of. I don't know. You might be right. Now that I'm talking all of this stuff now.
Right? Like, it just was like, I don't know. You have like a little bit of fame, like a little bit. This is bringing you attention. More. And so now it's like, okay, cool. Like, now I have him at my site. Like, everyone's going to, they already wanted to, but now it's really like they're here because he's here.
You have something there.
Okay, right? Okay, I'm on your team, maybe. Okay.
But I also think now, in the same episode, he starts doubting him. Felix starts
totally.
Doubting Masai
because he asked him, what is your plan? And Al-Masih says, I don't have one. Like, I don't have a plan. There is no plan. He was like, what?
It's like, all these people, I made a list. You're supposed to come and get healed, and you don't want to do anything.
You don't have a plan.
Yeah, and then Ed comes in, which is his wife's father,
right? Which
is, you know, in-laws are always tough anyway.
Oh, the pressure he put on him, right?
Yes, like,
oh my gosh.
But Ed is like, this guy's a hoax. What are you doing? Like, you went to school for divinity. You understand. You know the facts.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
You know. And now you bring my daughter into this. I can only imagine that's what he would be thinking. You're bringing my daughter, and now my granddaughter, who's already having a hard time with epilepsy.
Right, which we find out this episode.
Yeah.
Which is, finally, thank you for giving us an answer.
Yes, but in addition to epilepsy, she has visions as well.
Right.
So there's a lot going on in this episode.
There was a lot.
So her visions, I wonder if, now that we're on the Rebecca train, I wonder if her visions reflect what's happening now. I mean, it did, because her dream came true. Everything was kind of
But we haven't seen another vision since.
Yeah, but she has them still. I think that's why she's always like to herself. And
I want to know what these visions are, girl. Tell us.
I hope she keeps a journal and reads it to us, because I would like to know as well.
Right.
But her view on her parents is really disheartening. It puts a really big crack in their character, I think. Because she's like, because she meets with Ava, thank you, and they have this heart-to-heart, I guess you could say.
Again, I feel like it was greasy. You know, it was greasy. She didn't go. Ava does not care. No, she just wanted to get some info. Like, ooh, I bet you're gonna tell me something.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. But she didn't. I mean, really. She just said that she thought her parents were completely lost. The most lost people, and are still searching. And you know, she did.
But isn't that everyone though? Right? Like, I think, like,
Hello.
this episode really shows, like, okay, like, everyone's searching for answers.
Totally.
And even the people that you think have the answers also don't have the answers, right?
mhm.
So it's, like, that kind of, like, looking at the glass half empty or half full, or looking at someone else's life and being like, that life looks so great. And then really they're dealing with, like, debt and all this extra stuff that maybe you just don't know because you're looking at the top of the iceberg and not what's underneath.
Or realizing what they went through in order to
get there.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Talking about that Kevin Hart money. Okay.
Let's bring it up again.
Let's bring it up again. You got to keep saying it too if you want it. Okay. All right.
Make it clear. In addition to all this, so all of our characters are like meeting here in Texas, which is great.
Right.
I really like that. Aviram has gone AWOL.
Oh boy.
He's
Right.
missing. He's got nothing to lose.
His wife is worried. This is the first time we kind of see her worried.
We do see her worried, and we
Yeah.
also find out how in the heck that his brother-in-law was his boss.
Yeah. Right. I did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming. Oh.
I almost didn't even get that, so you just said that right now.
Well, I'm glad I could point it out for you.
Right.
In case you didn't know, that's what it was.
Because little kids call uncle, auntie all the time. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
I have
But
a nephew
right.
not my blood, but
But
love
I
him
think,
just the same.
I think they are. I think,
Okay.
like, yeah,
That
I
makes
think that's
sense,
her
though.
brother.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
So it makes me wonder if, like, that's how he got the job in the first place. Maybe they wouldn't hire him because he had anger issues. I don't know fully what his backstory is, but we find everything out about that. But he has gone AWOL. He is in Texas. And the guy
Right.
was like, well, you're not originally from Austin. I was like, okay.
He goes and buys a gun, right?
Yeah.
Which I was like, what are you going to do with this thing?
Well, we all knew what he was going to do.
Did you?
Yes.
I know. I didn't.
I basically think that he's blaming everything on Al-Masih, because if it weren't for that, I said this last one too, if it weren't for this interview, like, he wouldn't have lost his job and a bunch of other things. That, like, he wouldn't have made the choices that he did. He wouldn't have captured Jibril and
he's just
beat him
mad
to
because
death
he got
and put him to
caught,
death.
and he was always a dirty cop, and
He's
just
always
mad
dirty.
that he got caught.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
He is. But he went there with the intention to kill, but he doesn't kill him.
But kill who? But kill what?
Kill Al-Masih.
I know, but see, the thing is, my idea when I saw, okay, listen, this scene, right? This scene was great.
Yes.
But when I saw him in the car, like, with the gun,
Mhm.
I don't know, for me, he kind of looked a little like mental breakdown. So I thought he was going to shoot himself. That's what I that's what I kind of thought at first.
But why would he go all the way to Texas to shoot
I
himself?
don't know. Don't ask me questions. I'm just telling you what I thought, okay? I thought he was going to shoot himself. I was just like, what's happening? But I have to say, this scene in particular that Kate Woods directed was like, it built so much tension, right? So it's like we have Felix preaching to the followers, preaching to the people.
Mm-hmm.
We have the boy and his father walking to this house, and the dad has a gun.
They're trying to find the dog.
Right.
They hear the dog.
You hear the dog.
Yeah.
And you see, so that's happening. And then you have Al-Masih getting out of the tent. Then you have Avi walking with the gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh my gosh, like, what's about to happen? And the way that they just switch through each episode, each scene, it was kind of like, are they all going to confront each other?
Right.
What's going to happen? Who's going to meet with who? What is that, like, connection? So I thought that she did a really good job with that. That was really
Building
one
that
of my
suspense.
Yes, that was really one of, like, my favorite scenes in this episode.
Me too.
Yeah, it was nice.
Almost one of my favorite scenes of the entire season thus far.
Thus far.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, what? Okay, my thing was like the dog, right?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm right there with you. I'm
really confused because I really thought. Listen, on my notes, I said Messiah saves the dog, Miracle 3, and before I could even finish the sentence, he shoots the dog, and I was like,
it.
what is happening?
Yeah, I was just as surprised. And the kid mimicked what I was thinking. You're supposed to save him. Yeah, you're supposed to save him. It's supposed to be a miracle.
What are you doing? That's literally how I felt. So I was like, why did he? Then he said, like, he said, you're supposed to save him. And he was like, no, I wasn't. But I'm like, why did you show up?
Right.
Because the dad was going to shoot him.
Right.
And shoot the dog.
Right.
Maybe he took that burden so the dad wouldn't have to do it. I don't know. But, like, why? Why didn't you just save the dog?
You know why? Because he's not the Messiah.
Here we go again. Here we go.
I'm just going to say
Here we go.
He can't. He doesn't have the strength to pick up that thing
And heal the dog.
and heal the dog. He couldn't do it. That's why he shot the dog. I was just as confused when I saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
what? and then it made me think. So, okay, it made me think because I think maybe he is this con artist. This is what makes me think that he could be this con artist. In addition to this, him shooting the dog, when he walks off after doing that, he has this like weird smirk on his face. Do you see that? It's a weird smirk on his face.
It was the smizing.
It's a smile. Yeah.
It was the smile.
Sure, yeah. It was a smize. Yeah. But it was like, I wouldn't walk, like almost like, oh, I got away with this. I have all these people here for me to heal them on this list, and I'm not going to do it. But they're going to follow me anyway. And they do. Not only that, but in the last episode, I was talking to my husband about this again. In the last episode, you know where he's being held in the jail cell.
Right.
And there's that kid in there he's looking at. He reaches down and he gets a coin. He does that coin trick.
Yeah. With
the kid. It's a simple magic trick, but it's like something that con men they all know magic, like sleight of hand magic, you know? Mm-hmm. So con men usually know a lot of magic. And the fact that he did that with the coin and then put it back in his pocket, that's his coin. Like, it makes me think, does this coin mean something to him?
No.
You don't think so? Why then would he be carrying a coin randomly in his pocket?
Because he's the Messiah and it just appeared. I don't think he was carrying it around.
Anyway.
Maybe I'm back.
Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. It might just be me. But that mixed with killing the dog.
That was weird. Okay, back to
out.
Avi going to the tent, right? To like shoot Al-Masih, right?
Yeah.
This scene, I was like, oh no. But you know what's funny? Al-Masih did not even look he wasn't phased at all. And I think the fact that he wasn't phased scared Avi.
Yeah, because you think, how many people has he killed in his job?
Yeah.
So why would this be any different?
My thing, because I feel like majority of the time when you have a gun held to your face, you're pleading for your life.
Yeah.
Help me, scared. No, don't do it. Right? Al-Masih was the nuts. He stared him right in the face, did not break eye contact, not one time. So I feel like that kind of intimidated him a little bit, like that energy, right? Like, not that I know from experience, but I would say that like when you're trying to kill someone, I watch a lot of murder shows, that you don't want to look them in the eye because that, you feel their soul.
Unless you're a psychopath.
Well, true.
Which Abby kind of is.
I mean, but he has a heart. He has a daughter. Stop it.
Sure, but how many
that's
people?
My man.
What
you
happened?
Stop talking about him bad, okay?
What happened in Megiddo with the boy? Bring it back to that.
We'll find out. I feel like we'll find out what happened with that. Yeah, I don't know. But I think he was definitely intimidated, and so that made him not shoot him, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
And here comes Ava running, trying to stop it.
Yeah.
Girl,
what is she gonna
missed
do
it.
to stop it?
Okay, if you were so far away, I didn't even know where your car was parked, but like whatever you saw, if you were trying to stop it, you would have been too late.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
like come on.
But it's cool though, because now we see Ava and Abby have this now, like the second connection, right? And we talked about it a little before when while we were filming, but you made a really good point about the connection between the two.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, they do have this weird connection or these common things that parallel each other, which is they both work. They're both like workaholics. And I think that's like a running theme right now with them too, because, Avi, he has his family, his wife, his daughter that's like falling apart and like not really working out because he is so dedicated to his job. And then you have Eva, who, again, like, even though her husband like passed away, which is a little different, right? But is so married to her job, she's trying to have this baby and it's not working out because she's so dedicated to her job. So it's like they're both losing out on life, right? Which Al-Masih talks about in the last episode when he is in the jail cell when they're doing that interrogation interview. And he says, you are the one who is isolating yourself, right? Because you have this career, but you don't have anyone to share it with. So I think that's like that thing that they have in common, because they literally are like putting everything else on the line to do their job.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It almost seems like Aviram was a little like a weight had been lifted off his shoulders almost when he was talking with Ava. He just seemed really relaxed, more so relaxed than I would have thought him to be.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You don't think
No.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because he went from being like F off CIA to then telling her, oh, actually, I came here to kill him. But I didn't, because you wouldn't know. You haven't looked in his eyes. And she was like, yeah, I have.
Right.
Then now they connect on a different level. But now it's not so hostile, you know?
Maybe they can work together. But then, she also figures out that, like, his boss or his people don't know that he's there.
Right.
So she's like, oh, okay, interesting.
Oh, shoot. What's going to happen to you? Yeah, I'm interested to see now that anger is no longer, I mean, I'm sure it's still there, but now that I wonder where else it'll be placed. Because he left everything to go and chase him and kill him, and now he didn't. So now what? Now what's he going to do? And maybe he'll become a follower. Maybe that's his next move. Aviram.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. He seems very, like, bad boy, tough guy.
Yeah.
But those are always the ones that have the hearts, ladies.
They break down at some point. They always break down at some point.
They're the ones that have the smushiest hearts on the inside.
All right, moving on to our special segment, WWhy Edie.
That is my favorite theme music right there. Love it.
Too. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You have lost everything. Whew. Everything has come into question about what you believe, who you trust, your relationships, people, everything. Your life is literally in shambles, and you are at the end of your rope. You decide to go to the last person who put you over the edge and end this debacle of charades he's been playing. You find him. You have a plan. Your adrenaline is at an all-time high. And you have the moment to end this and end him. What do you do?
Well, this theme song is just fabulous. Well, I do have to say that I just went to target practice, so watch out, okay? Don't mess with me. But I would have to say that, like, I don't think I'd actually have, there's no, like, physical threats necessarily, you get me? And plus, I feel like if I were to kill this threat, would that not just make more problems for me? Like, am I ready to go to jail? Like,
yeah, but you have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
I mean,
and your brother-in-law works for the Shin Bet, so you're golden.
Well, if that was the case, why'd you fire me then? Okay,
that's okay.
What the heck?
You did, yeah.
He was over here talking about the prime minister.
Protocol.
He don't care about Avi at all. I would say I think I would do what Avi did. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be like, it just causes more problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I should just be the bad cop and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. Get rid of him.
I would go in between, and because honestly, like, if I was stripped of everything I had, and went there and everything, I don't think I could kill somebody, but I bet you I would wound him, because I'd be like, I want to see, like, heal yourself, do something,
do something.
You know what I mean? Like,
don't just stand there.
Wreaked hell on my life. I'm gonna just wound you, so it's inconvenient for you. I'm not gonna kill you.
Right. I mean, because I think you're definitely, like, discombobulated and obviously not thinking in your right mind.
No,
when
absolutely
you're, like,
not.
Mad and angry.
No, you're totally run everything off of emotion. So,
however, okay, I think Abby also has to take a little bit of, like, the responsibility, like, whatever
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He made the choices at the end of the day.
So
and it's not like his choices were new. Like, he'd been beating people up and dropping them off in the desert, well before he interrogated Al-Masih.
Right.
It's just now that the CIA is involved, America's involved.
Right,
then
it's kind of a little bit of a problem.
Huge thing.
Yeah, I think
so.
she needs to take responsibility and actually kind of own up, which maybe could be another reason why he didn't shoot him, because he was like, oh, like maybe he felt some energy of, like, guilt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not Abby, so
I'm not Abby either. Forget it.
I don't know.
It's just a what if, okay? It's not real. It's just what if. Okay, news and gossip.
Yes.
AfterBuzz
Here we go.
TV News.
According to the Digital Weekly, everybody has been talking about a Messiah season 2. Has it been confirmed? Has it not been confirmed? Is it happening? What's going on? Messiah season 2 has no release date. Okay, so just to put the rumors to rest, has no release date. There were rumors, of course, that there was something on the horizon, maybe snippets out there, but if you see a snippet, it is false. Okay, guys, nothing has been confirmed. And even if there was, it would be at least a year until we saw anything. Apparently, that's how Netflix or Netflix shows go. You know, they put something out and then it's a year before the next season is out. So we have a while to wait and see if there will be a season 2, if there won't be a season 2. And after a year has passed, are we still going to be interested? Exactly. It's hard. That is so hard.
But I mean, it's like, I get it because the amount of production that you have to go through to even put out 6, 8, 9, 10 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like a long production process. It's kind of like a movie almost.
I mean, I would think that they would start filming right after the first season was done. Like maybe take like a 3-month break and then start filming again.
Right. But I mean, I think it's just all about like the green lights. Like, is it good ratings? Is it going to be nominated? Like, I think that's all the things that are important for like TV networks and shows. Like, they're not going to continue to pour in money, millions of dollars, in something that's not.
It's true. I mean, I guess
not producing.
Well, ratings are high. Critics hate it, but ratings are people that love it. They love it.
Right.
Like IMDb is all about this show. Everybody on there loves it. People on Twitter are having this big, like, it's controversial, yeah, but it's sparking a huge debate, but it's not a bad one.
Which is amazing.
And, you know, minus the change.org petition and the
those
Jordan
5,000
ban
signatures,
and the Jordan ban, you know, like it is causing controversy, but it's getting really good ratings because I think personally because it's sparking a conversation. And as much as Netflix says, oh, it has nothing to do with religion and culture and all that, they can say that all day, but you named the show Messiah.
Right.
That's about the second coming. Like, of course it's going to be torn apart, you know, by people talking religion and all that kind of stuff.
But I mean if you make the show, you better stand by it.
Yeah.
Stand by it.
Sit in it. Do it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But I of course, I still love the show. I think it's really awesome. And I'm excited for everything that's next. We are wrapping up this show.
Yes.
We are hopefully going to do the next couple episodes tomorrow. Yeah, we're just going right through it, guys. We're trying to pump it out as fast as we can. Before we leave, Ebone, can you tell us where we can find you?
Yes, of course. On Instagram, it is Ebone Chatman 12. And then on Twitter, it is just my first and last name, Ebone Chatman.
Awesome. And my name is Tatiana Mariesa at Tatiana Mariesa on all social media platforms. Until then, we will catch you next time. Thanks, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.